is Alexa, turn the music down. It is Alexa, turn the music down more. Anyways, just woke up, first night in the tiny home. This dude was dreaming crazy stuff last night. It was screaming in the middle of the night. And when you're in the middle of the woods, you think you're about to get mauled by a bear. We're so good. I think everything's fine. Making some coffee. About to hike out to some local waterfalls, see if there's anything to be had this morning, and see what the day brings. Okay, so we just found water. It is here. Boom. But the waterfall is not here. It is that way. So we're gonna go. Alright, so we finally made it down to the waterfall, and not much of a shot. It's still beautiful, so we're just kind of enjoying it. Got the camera out, looked at it a little bit, but didn't quite make sense for a composition. Anyways, heading back to the cabin, gonna scout out some other locations.
But I know, change has gotta come, man. Ooh, yes it is.
So I want to take a second to talk about what's happening, and also maybe something that you guys have experienced as photographers, nature photographers, travel, landscape photographers. But sometimes when I go out to these locations, I spend all this money to get out there, and I'm traveling, and you know, you're hiking, you're renting cars, you're flying, maybe a train or a bike or whatever. I get out there, and sometimes I don't always get the photo I'm looking for, and it's definitely something that can happen. And so I wanted to share kind of like a few things that I have to remind myself of that kind of help me stay positive through that, because I have to remember everyone deals with this, even professionals, everyone. So one thing I have to do is I have to stop. And I have to appreciate where I am, okay? So in Colorado, I was up in the mountains, perfect weather, staying in a tiny house, walking through the woods. The aspen trees were incredible. I mean, they were like gold, you know? So it's like, I have to appreciate that, hey, even though I'm not getting these amazing photos I'm looking for, or, you know, what I came out here to get, or what I pictured in my head, I'm still out here in a incredible place. And so I need to remember to enjoy that. 2 is change your perspective. Take a step back, take a deep breath, remember like where you're at and the fact that you're there, you know, and that you could be doing a lot of other things that are not nearly as cool. That often kind of gets me in a better mood. And a lot of times when I find I'm in a better mood and I'm just enjoying where I'm at, that's when my favorite photos come out. Number 3, so this one is something I struggle with so much, and yes, I'm being very vulnerable right now. I'm letting you guys in on what my weakness is. A lot of times, you know, I go out to these places, I spend all this time and money to get there, and, you know, things don't pan out the way I want to. You know what I do is I don't shoot. And I think a lot of us make that mistake. I could be wrong, but at least I don't want to shoot. If my eye isn't catching anything, I won't shoot. So I have to force myself to shoot. And so that's what number 3 is. Keep shooting, okay? If you keep shooting, a lot of times you're gonna run into things on accident, and you're also gonna kind of force yourself to try new techniques. And you might even find like a new type of composition that you've never ran into before. So definitely keep shooting.
Ooh, yes it is.
We are trying to make it up to the top of this mountain before sunset to hopefully get some really cool shots. We hiked it earlier, we scouted it, we have a couple ideas of where I want to shoot it. I'm just not exactly sure how the light's going to hit it, so we're trying to get up there early, see what one location looks like. If we don't like that, it's about a 30-minute to 45-minute hike up to the second location. But I feel like we need to commit to one or the other. Sometimes trying to do two things, you end up missing the best light at one of the locations. So we'll see what happens. We kind of have to hurry, so here we go. I think is this Spud Mountain? I'm sure, whatever. We think it's that one because it kind of looks like a potato, so we're gonna say it's that one. But anyways, maybe it'll calm down a little bit. We're gonna do some hiking and then see what happens. Maybe we'll come back here at the end of the hike and see if we can get a composition. I think we're gonna stick with this and maybe try to get a little bit of this mountain and then drop whatever this one here on the left is kind of in the background, and then have the beaver pond, hopefully with some reflections. So just wrapped up the shot. Thanks to my brother down there, if you can see him. I think I honestly was not crazy thrilled about the composition. The light came out okay. I think I ended up shooting a few frames anywhere from 4 seconds to 20 seconds. Trying to get this water to smooth over a little bit. But anyways, I think we got some cool images. I don't love it, but I like it and I think it's fun. I'll probably post it at some point so you guys can give me your feedback. I would love to hear thoughts on composition. Anyways, we're gonna go get some vegan nachos, and yes, that's a thing. It's pretty incredible. And then I think we're gonna come back out tonight because it is an extremely clear night.